Parnac goes straight to the front. Tamarama has some early gas, and she will come right after Parnac in the opening furlong. Those two have sped 5 clear of McCulloch. Now 6 or 7 in front. McCulloch will sit patiently, and another 2 back to Amazing Grace. Parnac's a little bit too quick in the early going, as Tamarama will back off and is now a length and a half behind. McCulloch gets a little bit closer, just 3.5 lengths off the lead while under a nice hold, and Amazing Grace. So they're in single file by the stands at Saratoga Racecourse for the first time. And it's Parnac leading the Flower Bowl field by a length and a half under Dylan Davis. Tamarama and Javier Castellano galloping comfortably in second. And McCulloch is right on the hedge, and now she's starting to get a little keen, coming a little closer to the pace-making Parnac as they move into the clubhouse turn. Amazing Grace has been at the back throughout. The half went in 51 seconds flat for Parnac, uncontested, 2-length advantage. Tamarama second the entire journey. McCulloch biding her time in third, as is Amazing Grace. They run down the back stretch with Parnac the target, a length and a half still over Tamarama. There's been no change whatsoever. Arad Ortiz Jr. and McCulloch about 5 lengths off the pace heading to the half-mile pole. And Amazing Grace yet to do her best running as well. Into the far turn, Parnac by 2. 3/4, very slow. Parnac all the way thus far. Maintains a 2.5 length lead. They're starting to run now. Tamarama second, McCulloch within 3 lengths of the lead. And 2 more Amazing Graces called on now. They're at the top of the stretch. And Parnac has been having her fun, and she's still there by 2.5. McCulloch still with 4 to find. Tamarama is still in second. They're inside the final 1/8 of a mile, and Parnac still strong. A 2-length advantage. McCulloch is fully extended, and she is a lot of work to do late, and she's not going to catch Parnac and Dylan Davis all the way in the Flower Bowl. McCulloch and Amazing Grace, followed by Tamarama.
A theft in a $500,000 Grade 2 event, the Flower Bowl, and an upset. Parnac, West Point Thoroughbreds, Dylan Davis, wire to wire. Wow.
No target on him. No target on Dylan Davis. Listen, he did this. That was a piece of art that he just painted right there. He got away with it. He was loaded when he started into the turn, and he fired the gun when it needed to be fired, and the race was over with coming into the stretch. He had so much horse. They went that 3/4 in 1:18. That is what you call walking the dog.
A mile in 1:44. You have maiden claimers that go a mile in 1:44. This was a masterful ride by Dylan Davis, and everybody else, you talk about putting everybody else to sleep, everybody else fell asleep on their horse.
Listen, I couldn't imagine it happening, so I can't say that they got overconfident seeing her on the front end, because I'd have been overconfident too, that even with a slow pace, she wasn't going to be able to win. She had never run a particularly competitive race against horses like this, but crazy things happen in slow pace races, and she's able to get it done. And all the credit to Dylan Davis and Christophe Clement for running her, frankly. And I wonder if there's some people sitting in the backstretch thinking, gee, I might have had a horse in here that might have done okay in
this
there.
This was a repeat of last year. Virginia Joy went 1:18 for 6 furlongs
when you saw
and won the race.
You said, what am I looking at? Virginia Joy? Again?
That's exactly what happened.
Very similar. Maggie?
Well, this used to be a grade 1. It was about to be Dylan Davis's first grade 1, but unfortunately it's a grade 2 for him. But when you saw Parnac get to the lead from that inside post position, she had her ears pricked nearly the entire time away there until Dylan had to find more gears and get home. She just looked so comfortable out there on the front end, and well done, Dylan. Congratulations. Could not be happier for him. This is going to be a big winner circle celebration here with West Point, guys.
Real big celebration. You can't concede anything in this game, not up here. Parnac, a good call on Virginia Joy. That's
well,
exactly
the thing
what
is
at
the beginning of this race, the 1 and 3 busted out of there. You're like, oh my God, these horses are going to go after each other. Then Javier Castellano took back and said, okay, let's back off a little bit. We're going a little bit too quick. And then Dylan just dropped anchor. And then everybody just said, okay, let's just go into the slow gallop. And like I said, almost 144 for a mile. That is unheard of, especially grade 2, now grade 2, grade 1 type horses. That's unbelievable.
How about trainer Christophe Clement? The stakes wins last weekend, the Smart and Fancy. He had 3 New York Showcase Day, and now a grade 2 Flower Bowl with Parnac going wire to wire. The barn going real strong at the end of the meet here.
No question about it. I mean, you know, we spend so much time talking about the leading trainers. We haven't really paid any attention to what a good meet they've had, and they picked it up a little later. Yeah, but it's a big win for them, and good for them for running the horse. And, you know, that's there's a lot of people just ducking. If Parnac can win this race, whatever the circumstances, there's barn horses in the backstretch that probably should have been in this race.
Miguel Clement, Parnac, Dylan Davis steals this grade 2 Flower Bowl, defeating McCulloch. Those West Point colors. Dylan Davis, Parnac in the Flower Bowl. Results, reaction when we come back.